Record on computer. Hello and welcome to another Rosie the Realtor show. So today we welcome Maurice back from the MAC team. Hi, Maurice.
Good morning. How you doing, Rosie?
Fabulous. How about yourself?
I'm doing real well. Happy to be here.
Me too. Yes. Welcome back. And I know you have some exciting news to share with us today, but tell me a little bit about your business first and what you do.
Yes, thank you. Well, we work for a company called HMS Capital, and I work with a partner named Christina Zapata. We're a team. We've been a team for over 12 years now. It's hard to believe it's been that long, and we're still a good team. And we've both been in the business for a long period of time. I've been in it for over 30 years. Christina's been in it for about 20 years. So we have a lot of experience in the mortgage business. But HMS Capital as a direct lender is kind of unique compared to most other lenders because we do not charge any lender fees at all. We don't charge for processing fee, underwriting fee, tax service fee, flood certification, credit fee. There's absolutely no lender fees with our company. And if an appraisal is required, we also cover the cost of the appraisal. So that can save buyers, $2,000, $2,500 or more in closing costs. And we can do this with no impact to our rate. A lot of people think, well, your rates are going to be higher because you're putting those the discount of the fees or not charging fees into your rate. We don't. Our rates are going to be as good, if not better, than most other lenders out there. So that's worked real well. We do a lot of business, and we're talking hundreds and hundreds of thousands in savings per year to the buyers that we work with. So it's a lot. So, and now we've been looking at different ways to maybe save sellers and their buyers additional money. And we have this new program that you and I talked about before about saving them money, because if the sellers meet certain requirements, basic requirements, we can save them money on the escrow fees. And we all know that escrow fees are one of the third-party fees that are associated with buying and selling. It can be just the escrow fees themselves can be $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 per each side. So $3,000, $4,000 for the seller, and it can actually be more for the buyer, because typically buyers also have to pay lender fees and an appraisal fee. So we came up with a program that will make a huge difference and save your sellers and your buyers $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 in total closing costs. And that program is basically called, it's a lot of money, especially because it can be on both sides. It can be on the seller side and it can be on the buyer side. And what we've done is that we've affiliated with a local escrow company that already has very competitive rates on their escrow fees. And what we're doing is, if your seller meets certain requirements, we will cover the escrow fee. We will issue a credit in escrow for the escrow fee. Okay. And the conditions are pretty basic. Is that basically, obviously, we have to use our escrow company and title company that we affiliated with. These sellers must be purchasing a property in California, closing concurrently or within the next 30 to 45 days. Okay. And if they do so, they must have a loan amount of at least $300,000. Okay. Because obviously, if they're going to pay cash, there's no benefit. There's no way for us to, to benefit from that. The other item is that the loan amount cannot exceed the conforming loan limit, which means in Ventura County, you're looking at about $851,000. So loans $851,000 and under qualify for this program. It doesn't matter if it's a conventional loan, an FHA loan, a VA loan, it would qualify. And basically, the requirement is that the seller completes a full application with us. Now, they don't have to use us. They just have to complete a full application and give us a shot at providing the financing for their loan. Okay. And if they do so, whether they use us or not, we will still, as long as they're still using our escrow company and title company, we will still issue a credit. And we can offer this credit to the buyer as well. If the buyer, through the listing agreement, must qualify with us, again, they're not obligated to use us, but if they do so, whether they use us or not, we will also cover their escrow fees. We'll issue a credit for the escrow fees. So technically, if they both fill out an application with us, if they use us, great, because they'll save even more because we don't charge lender fees on appraisal fees, so the savings will be increased. But if for some reason we were not competitive and they ended up using their different lenders, we've made a commitment. We will still issue the credit and they will not pay for the escrow fees. For the seller will not pay and the buyer would not pay for those as well. So
it's a lot in savings.
It's a huge thing because technically we cannot force anyone to use us. But you have to think that we're pretty confident that we're going to be competitive.
Yes. Absolutely. If you're doing this,
if we're going to do that and we're going to cover the costs no matter what, the odds are that we will be able to compete with whoever they're working with and offer them better terms. And who doesn't want to save money? Everything is, everybody's paying more. We've discussed that before on properties. It's hard to get in, and especially for the first time, second time home buyers. So having something that will save them, I mean, not just a few $100s, we're talking potentially $1,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 of closing costs on both sides if they end up using us is huge. And
absolutely, I mean, it really is.
Yeah, and that money can be used to home improvements, or they can actually, because rates are higher, they can use some of that money, the savings, to buy down their interest rate and end up with a better interest rate. So there's a lot of different options for them, but having that extra $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 in their pocket at closing, or through the escrow, is huge amount of money. And so we're pretty excited. I think we already have our first loan coming through on this program. I think as we put it out there, we're going to see a lot more activity and a lot more interest in it. And
absolutely,
there's really no downside for a seller looking to purchase another property or a buyer making an offer on that property to not get a second opinion.
Right. Absolutely. Oh. Yeah,
that's all important. The opportunity to compete for their business, and we will be very competitive, and we should be able to offer them better terms than what they could get with their current lenders.
Absolutely,
and if they don't,
I know.
And if
we all love this.
If for some reason the other lender got a better deal, then we'll still honor our agreement.
Awesome. Yeah, and I mean, who doesn't like to save money, right?
yeah, especially when you're talking thousands, not just.
Absolutely. Well, especially for that first time home buyer, like we previously spoke, that first time buyer, a lot of times they're just trying to save those closing costs and that minimal down payment. I mean, we do still, I see a lot of 20% and even all cash offers. We still see a lot of first time buyers, and especially them could really use that. Or even just, prior to launching this program, appraisal fees. I mean, I just paid $700 for an appraisal. That's crazy, but it's the market we're in, and very exciting. Go ahead.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, first time, second time home buyers, they've been struggling to save the down payment. They don't have a lot of money for closing costs. So if they do this deal and we use the escrow company that we're affiliated with, basically the only fees they will pay if they're also using us as the lender will be the title fees, the recording fee, tax transfer, and oh, but matter of fact, I forgot our program, our program for the free escrow fees also includes the notary fee. So we will cover the notary fee, which is an additional $250 to $350 in closing costs that the seller would not have to buy on their next purchase, and the buyers would not have to pay on their purchase. So that's a huge amount of saving. So their loan estimate, not the loans, but the escrow estimate that they get if they're using all of our services is not going to have that many items, because everything will be covered with no lender fees, no appraisal fee, no escrow fees. So you'll have title, recording, and whatever government agencies and everything else, but that will be the only thing that will show on their estimate. Compared to someone else, again, thousands of dollars in savings.
Right. Absolutely. No, that's very exciting. And I know a lot of people are, I hope, going to take advantage of it. And so Maurice, so for somebody watching this, if they wanted to get a hold of you or Christina direct, what's the best way to do so?
They could reach me at Maurice at HMS Capital .com, or they can also call me directly 805-432-5800. 6909. And Christina is 805-657-2958. Christina also speaks Spanish, so we can help Spanish-speaking borrowers as well and sellers. So we're pretty well set up, and we love working in this business. So we're here to help and save you a lot of money, save your people a lot of money.
Yes, thousands of dollars.
Thousands, not just hundreds, thousands. So
Yeah,
we're pretty excited about this. We're going to be pushing it even more. And like I said, we have flyers. We're going to have some digital marketing as well. So hopefully we'll get a lot of inquiries. And the system is pretty easy, and to qualify is not that difficult for this program. And hopefully we'll be able to save buyers and sellers even more money. So
especially with these raising rates.
Exactly. So we're pretty excited with that. So
yeah, no, I mean, it almost seemed too good to be true because there is so many fees associated with buying and selling a home. So very exciting.
Correct.
Well, Maurice, well, thank you so much for joining us again and coming back on the show. I really appreciate it. And you have a great rest of your day.
All right. Appreciate it. Thanks for the opportunity. Have a great day as well. Thank you.
Thank you. My pleasure.